Welcome to Florida Noir Plants. Thanks for coming to hang out with me today on Chante. Like, look at her. Like, don't we just love her? Like, get a twirl, 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 twirl. So guys, today, naturally, I'm talking to you about the Pink Princess Philodendron, or as we like to say, PQ. How cute, right? So I just want to talk to you guys about some care tips if you decide to snatch up one of these green girls, okay? What we're going to talk about first is the lighting. For the PQ, she really needs a lot of light naturally because she needs to be seen. So girls who need to be seen like bright lighting. So the thing about the bright light is that you want to place her in an area that has very, very bright indirect sunlight. You want to make sure that you're putting her in an area that is either an east or west facing area, window, whatever your situation is, or north facing, because when you have the east and the west facing windows, you're going to get the light, you're going to get a lot of light during the day, maximum exposure without direct light. And that's what she needs. She needs bright, indirect sunlight. You don't have one of those windows? No worries. Get a grow light. They're very inexpensive. You can get a hanging light fixture from IKEA for 10 bucks. Get a grow light for another 10 bucks. No problem. You want to make sure that you're keeping your phylos at about 50% humidity at least. I recommend running a humidifier in a very close vicinity to all of your phylos. If you have one, if you have 100, whatever, have that humidifier going. In addition to misting daily. Listen. Do you want her to dry out and die on you? No, I don't think so. Wait, but you do want her to dry out a little bit. But I'm gonna get to that when we're talking about our watering, right? She doesn't like sitting in water. She doesn't like her soil to be moist. So with the soil, you need to make sure that it's draining well with different types of substrate like orchid bark or charcoal, which I think is a great soil additive. So guys, I have a prime example of an awesome soil substrate, which is the horticulture. Ooh, horticulture. I like the way that sounds, right? Horticulture? Horticulture. Okay, we have this horticulture charcoal, which is a great substrate for aroids, phylos to be specific. So when you're mixing the charcoal substrate into your soil mixture, you want to mix in about maybe 10 to 20% of the mixture. For the phylo soil, it needs to be a little chunky. It does need to have some thickness to it. It shouldn't be just straight soil. Don't ever do that to your plants, by the way. Always make sure that you're mixing in some substrates so that the soil is draining properly and that your roots are not sitting in water. Okay. Now we need to talk about watering. Okay, so remember that what I just said about letting it dry out a little bit? Well, the phylos like to dry out a touch. She needs to be watered on a schedule. I want to say probably like every 8 days. Depending on the conditions that she has in your home, because it has to be a fine balance between lighting, humidity, and watering. At the base of all this is the soil, so you have to get all these things in harmony in order to have a thriving phylo. And so today I actually have two P-cubes for y'all. I have an immature phylo. I've had her for maybe like 4 months. Yeah, maybe 4 months. And so you can see the difference in her leaves between a more mature one, which is to my left. I'm going to show it to you guys. So the leaves are very narrow and pointed, and that's how you can tell that, you know, she's pretty young, and obviously she's also kind of small. And here with the more mature philo, you can see that the leaves have taken off in more of a rounded heart shape. So just some cool facts about philos that I think, I don't know, nerds should know. The Pink Princess Philodendron is referred to as a specimen plant because it's, one, it's rare, two, it was developed in the lab. So this is not a naturally occurring specimen. This is actually due in part to human tampering. So supposedly the person who created the Pink Princess, his name is actually Bob McCauley, I believe, and he his nursery is in Orlando, Florida. I don't know if it's still there, but that's where he supposedly came up with the Pink Princess. Here is a hardcore fact. Now, you can see here that this leaf has been cut in half. And you're like, why the hell would you cut your leaf off? It looked like it was pink. So, when you get the pink leaves on the Pink Princess, you can observe them, you can enjoy them for a couple of days. However, you have to cut them off because they lack chlorophyll. And if the plant has no chlorophyll in it, then it's not gaining any energy from the sun, which helps the plant grow. So therefore, it is just dead weight on the plant. And also, because this is a variegated plant, they require feedings. Like, I mean, all plants need feedings, but in order to get her to her prime, you gotta feed her. Nutrients are what set this thing off, you know, set it off in this mother. So, I love her. And obviously, I love her. But, thanks guys. That's all the time that we have today. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to drop a comment. Head over to Instagram, follow us on IG, and we will be happy to help you with your Pink Princess. Thanks for coming to Kiki with me, guys. I hope you learned something. Until next time, on Chante, take care of those plant babies.